Hi everybody. It's been a while since I left a longer form video, so I just wanted to share a story with you. I just want to introduce you to one of my many friends in this network here. I love trees. Thank you. Thank you. I am a tree hugger. I am. And I didn't know why I love trees. I mean, besides, of course, I love nature. I love grass. I love trees. I love flowers. I love animals in their own environment. I am a true Taurus girl that way, the nature girl. I'm not the one that's going to be flipping out on, Gucci and Prada. You give me a pretty crystal and hi. And I am a happy camper. But trees always held a sacred space for me. And I just knew that. I didn't know why. I just knew that. I spent a lot of time in trees when I was a kid. I would climb up high and just look down on the world and hold on tightly, knowing that that tree had me. It was protecting me. But maybe it was 2014 into 15 where I really learned about this in me. Before I did reading on it and stuff. This experience caused me to do reading on trees in more depth. So I had a really, really rough 2014. It was crazy. If you ever want to read about it, I wrote a little bit about it in a book called Faith, Failure, Success, Surviving the Storm. That's wherever books are sold. And I was a contributor to that. And I wrote about the experience. But it was an interesting time. I felt completely connected to spirit, like being given inspired direction. It was a major awakening for me. It was a major rebirth. But my body suffered. I had to spend a lot of time in the hospital, and I actually had a near-death experience, etc., etc. So anyway, so I was staying with a friend of mine because I didn't feel safe in the normal places. So I was staying with a really phenomenal friend of mine who did not understand at all what I was going through, but was gracious and, generous enough to allow me to stay in his home and made me feel safe so I could heal from all the trauma that I'd experienced in the prior year and honestly my entire life. So he allowed me to put a chaise lounge in his kitchen, which was quite large, and he had a balcony, and outside that those double doors were these beautifully massive trees. And I just followed my instinct. And my instinct said, sit down on that chair and just breathe and look at the tree. And that's what I did. Every day. Every day. I didn't work. I hardly watched television. I didn't do the normal things. I didn't talk to anybody. I just sat in that chair, in that chaise lounge, and looked specifically at the tree right before me. And I just healed. Very gradually, very slowly, I just healed. Watched the animals, talked to my friend a bit, talked to my family a bit, but for the most part, I meditated on that tree. Now, before that, I knew I loved trees. And I'd already made it a habit of hugging trees, and I didn't know why. I didn't know about the energetic exchange between nature and us. Long story short, by the end of that year, that tree was dying. And by the time I left and moved back home, that tree had died. And I knew without a shadow of a doubt that that tree healed me using its essence, its energy. It poured into me. It rebuilt me spiritually, energetically, physically. I healed because of that tree. It gave its life to me. And I know there are people that have been like, no, that was a coincidence. That probably really didn't happen. And that's fine. Everybody has a right to their own beliefs and knowings. And well, I know that that tree fed me its essence until I was well. And then it passed on. And I felt guilt about it. I was so sad because I thought that I hurt something in someone that I love tremendously. It was such a beautiful, beautiful tree. But what I came to understand is that tree knew that it wasn't dying. It knew that it was just passing into another place through me. And so ever since, I don't just enjoy the trees. I don't just hug the trees for me. I actively give energy to trees. There are different beliefs and different cultures about energetic exchange. And what I've learned is using the right side of your body gives energy and the left receives. So I make sure that when I see trees, which I do all the time, I will at least pick one in the network. I will touch it with my right hand and I will see love cycling from me into it with thanks and gratitude. And I believe that the natural world, all of it, the water, the plants, the trees, the animals, especially those in the wild, not to mention some of our pets, are fully loving us with everything. You hear me, don't you? They love us. And how wonderful it would be for us to accept that love and give it back. I love you guys. Have a wonderful weekend.